The things that I did in radio when I got into it were revolutionary. It changed the medium. It changed the way people talked on the radio. It changed the way Hollywood makes movies. We had an impact that went beyond radio. That's why I got into radio. This thing is going to be a celebration. This is what I've worked my entire career for. I feel like I'm in the promised land. I've been in business for 30 years on the radio. What keeps people coming back is the feeling that anything can be said and anything can be done. And that's what I can do again. It's about being free to create content. I haven't been this jazzed up in so long. There's a reason I'm only sleeping 4 hours a night. I wake up in the middle of the night, I go, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm like a little kid in a candy store because of satellite. Anyone who knows me knows that when I plan a radio show, it is constantly changing and reinventing itself. There will be new characters coming in. There will be new opportunities. For example, just in the halls of Sirius satellite radio, because there's 100-something channels, I can walk over to the gay channel. I can walk over to the sports channel. I want to be the Yahoo. I want to be the search engine for all the satellite channels. I'm going to stroll into Martha Stewart's little deal over there and see if I can't mix it up with her. I can't wait to get on the air and just roam the halls here. There's so much content. There's going to be so much hijinks going on in the halls here. It's going to be like one big slumber party, and I'm the ringleader. I want to make it so you never want to get out of your car. You've got that miserable commute. You're driving for 2 hours, I don't know, an hour, whatever it is, and you pull up to work and you go, I can't get out of my car. This is too wild. How far is it going to go? Here's my rule. If it's funny, it goes on the air. And we will go everywhere that is funny. And now we don't have to second guess ourselves on this show. When I'm sitting there and I think something's funny, I'm going to roll with it. We've got all the talk stations and stuff that the AM stations have. We have all the music the FM stations have, and then some with no commercials. And then you turn on my channel and you get my morning show, and you hear me interviewing people, and you hear me doing bits that are that outrageous and funny. That's a whole different world. We've had Julia Roberts walk in, Arnold Schwarzenegger come in. We get some pretty big names coming through our doors. And I just feel like with this new freedom I have, it's no holds barred. I mean, wherever this thing goes, we can take it, to outer space, literally. And then, you know, what I love to do when I'm interviewing a Stevie Wonder or Paul McCartney, I just love to push the limits. And I just haven't been able to do that. And now we can push the limits. We can really get into Paul's life in a way that no one's ever been able to do that. My studio now is geared up to accommodate everything we've ever wanted to do, to realize every dream we've ever had. I've never seen a radio studio like this before, and trust me, we're going to put it to good use. Musically, when we bring a band in, it's going to be phenomenal. You know, I've had everyone from Paul McCartney, Stevie Wonder, and we've never been set up properly for it. Now with our new studios and our state-of-the-art sound, you're going to hear some incredible stuff. My fans can come up, we can invite 25, 30 people just to sit there in a small area and listen to music, watch artists perform, ask the crazy questions that my fans can only ask, and we're going to have a party. One of the things we want to do, each one of us has written down something that is our deepest, darkest secret, something we don't want to admit, and we're going to do that our first day on satellite. And this is unbelievable because we all had to go confess our sin to someone who approved it, who said, okay, this is so good that it's worthy of the first day's broadcast. I know personally for my channels, I want people sitting and watching the radio like they did when radio was first invented. Come to satellite radio, tune to Howard 100 and Howard 101. And you will get 2 full channels of really outrageous things that the government has banned. And I'm starting to dream about what this could be for my fans on my channel. And I start to hear an all-news radio station, except all of the news is about our show. They cover every bit of our show. Wendy the Retard, High Pitch Eric, we're there with our microphones and we put them right in your face. We have a show coming up on my channel that is going to blow people's minds. It's called Meet the Shrink. We have a professional psychologists, and you will hear a session, an intimate session between a psychologist and a major celebrity going on. And you will just be eavesdropping. And not only that, some of the guys from my show are going to go into therapy, right on the air. Now, there's a big show we have also on the channel, Meet the Sterns. My parents have a show. And when they get on, they get the most amount of phone calls so far. That we've been experimenting with this, and they really get into it. My mother's like, Howard exaggerates about everything. My father's like, yes, he does. I would like to take a few phone calls right now from Kansas. And my parents start talking about me, and then they get into politics and relationships, and they're pretty good at it, and they get the audience going. We have a program called Tissue Time with Heidi Cortez. It's a huge hit. This is where Heidi Cortez, one of the sexiest women on the planet, puts every guy in my audience to sleep every night. She says, guys, pull down your pants, take out your tissues, and get ready for the experience of your life. I'm going to tell you a bedtime story like you never had. Every time there's a great innovation, there are those that say it won't succeed. I remember when cable television came along. I actually happily paid for it. And I'm telling you that satellite radio is about as good as it gets. And it really is easy to get satellite. People are sort of intimidated by it and freaked out by it. I know I was. And the thing is, you get the radio, it's in a box, it's totally portable, and you plug it in. So here's the important information. January 9th, 2006, that's right, the show begins, our very first show on satellite. And I can't wait. I think more than anything, I want my audience to know that I think satellite is the best product out there. I think you're going to be phenomenally happy with it, not only for my show, the music and the sports and everything else that goes on. It is a world like you've never seen before. The future's here. I don't want to lose a member of the audience, quite frankly. I'd like to take everyone with us over to satellite. But for those of you who are not coming to the party, I say goodbye. And for those of you who are coming with us, get ready. We're taking off in a rocket.
Thank you to Dan Foreman, Mark Cronin, John Lolis, all about my career, a lot of times my career over How many times did you do that? And the influence we had in all those elections. Change the rules, break the chains, the last of the dying breed. Everyone in this audience, everyone listening at home who's listened for 20 years, every one of you who come out here today, there's a reason the American Taliban, and we can beat them. All these radio stations that fired me, F them.
It's amazing, we do the show every day in a little. We don't know.
Nice people in front.
That's his girlfriend. Tense, sad, happy, the whole thing, but
Sirius? Oh, I would think so. I would think it's just the perfect place for Howard.
hey, Busaka, you got
I remember you too. Right?
today, erect.
But now it's time for a new chapter. I'm incredibly excited about it. I've told Howard a million times. I think that, you know, Howard's already in the history book.
We made it. We made it. The beautiful Martha Stewart. Honey, we finally get to be together.
But,
She loves me.
Howard,
She really loves me.
are you going to come?